Hello student, today I am taking topic collision. Collision, it means when two bodies interact each other. Suppose I am taking here two bodies A and B of masses m1 and m2, and A is moving toward B because u1 is greater than u2. That is why I am saying u1 is approaching, or A is approaching to B. As this is interaction time, and after interaction their velocities become v1 and v2, and it is in positive x direction. So before collision we can find relative velocity of approach u1 minus u2, and after collision we can find relative velocity of separation, that is v2 minus v1, and by the ratio of these two quantity we can determine coefficient of restitution, that is E is equal to mod minus relative velocity of separation upon relative velocity of approach. Then keep in mind this is minus sign, okay? Because in place of u1 minus u2 I am writing here u2 minus u1, okay? And collision are of three types basically: elastic collision, inelastic collision, and perfect inelastic collision. For elastic collision E is equal to 1, and for inelastic collision E is less than 1, and for perfect inelastic collision E is equal to 0. Keep in mind, in perfect inelastic collision bodies stick together after collision. You must keep in mind this thing. Okay. In all kind of collision, linear momentum of the system remains constant. You can see here. Okay. See, kinetic energy of system remains constant. It means kinetic energy of system, that is A and B, is equal to kinetic energy of system after collision. It means kinetic energy of system before collision is equal to kinetic energy of system after collision. They are same. But in case of inelastic collision, we can find out kinetic energy of system does not remains constant. And in this case also kinetic energy of system does not remains constant. All kind of collision obeys law of conservation of energy. Okay, and this is important point here. Non-conservative forces are involved like gravitational force and electric force, but in both kind of collision conservative forces are involved like frictional force and viscous force. Okay, and for elastic collision E equal to 1, for inelastic collision E is less than 1, and for perfect inelastic collision E is equal to 0. Okay, we will discuss elastic collision in one dimension or head-on collision. It means before collision and after collision, center of masses are remain in same line. Okay. Now I am taking here elastic collision in one dimension or head-on collision. It means center of masses of colliding bodies remain in a straight line. Okay. So before collision and after collision, their center of masses are moving in positive x-axis, as in this example we are taking. So before collision, linear momentum of the system m1 u1 plus m2 u2, and after collision linear momentum of system m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Kinetic energy of system before collision E1 is equal to 1 by 2 m1 u1 square plus 1 by 2 m2 u2 square, and after collision kinetic energy of system 1 upon 2 m1 v1 square plus 1 by 2 m2 v2 square. According to elastic collision, the linear momentum of the system remains constant. That is why we can write Pi equal to Pf. Then we can find out equation number 1. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Okay, so on mathematically we simply m1 inside the bracket u1 minus v1 is equal to m2 v2 minus u2. This is equation number 2. And in such type of collision, kinetic energy remains constant. Then we will write initial kinetic energy and this one is final kinetic energy. On mathematically solving, we can find out m1 u1 square minus v1 square is equal to m2 v2 square minus u2 square. And this is equation number 3. Now 3 divided by 2, we can find out finally equation number 4, that is u1 plus v1 is equal to v2 plus u2. On mathematically solving, we can write down u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1, or u1 minus u2 is equal to minus v1 minus v2. Then we can say in perfect elastic collision or head-on collision in one dimension, the velocity of approach is equal to velocity of separation. With the help of this equation 1 and this is equation number 4, we can determine velocities of bodies A and B after collision. Okay, see here, by equation number 4 we will determine value of V2, that is u1 plus v1 minus u2. It means we will transfer u2 toward left side, and value of v2 write down in equation number 1, and then we will find out value of v1. It means velocity of A. So write down here value of v1, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2, and inside the bracket this much value. This will we must write down here. And on solving mathematically, we can find v1 is equal to difference of masses into u1 plus twice of m2 u2 upon m1 plus m2. Okay. And likewise we can find out v2 difference of masses into u2 plus twice m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2. So there is similarity in this two terms. Okay, difference of masses, m1 minus m2, m2 minus m1, and velocity is u1, and here velocity is u2. So you can memorize velocities v1 and v2. Now I am taking topic perfect inelastic collision. In this collision, two bodies A and B collide with each other, and after collision they will move with common velocity in same direction. Okay, so such type of collision is called perfect inelastic collision. So initial momentum of system is given by this relation m1 u1 plus m2 u2, but after collision momentum become m1 plus m2 into common velocity. Likewise, initial kinetic energy of system 1 by 2 m1 u1 square plus 1 by 2 m2 u square, and after collision kinetic energy of system EF equal to 1 by 2 m1 plus m2 and common velocity square. So in perfect inelastic collision, it obeys law of conservation of energy. It means Pi equal to Pf, but there is loss in kinetic energy. It means initial kinetic energy is higher than that of final kinetic energy. You can see. Okay, so there will be energy loss in form of light, sound and heat. So firstly we will determine common velocity. So Pi is equal to Pf, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 into v. Then common velocity is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2 upon m1 plus m2. Okay, this is common velocity with which A and B moves together. And now determine energy loss. So energy loss we can determine like this: delta E is equal to E initial minus E final, and write down value of E initial and E final, and here write down value of V, common velocity, and on mathematically solving we can find out delta E is equal to 1 by 2 m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2 into u1 minus u2 whole square. You can memorize like this: half into product of masses upon sum of masses into square of difference in velocities. Okay, so remember this.